Okay, jumping right back in. Let's continue. Dead Reckoning. I have a couple streams left after, so one today and one tomorrow should be enough. But they seem to have some long parts. I thought we were in the shuttle last. No, I guess not. Yeah, we ruined things with her face, unfortunately, and she does not like us anymore. Just unrecoverable.
Through your efforts, we were able to save almost 100 Elydians from certain death.
But we saved most of them, I
As
guess.
for Lieutenant Bedrosian, well, Val will do her best, but the prognosis isn't very encouraging.
She's a hero. Yeah, she's a hero.
Lieutenant Bedrosian went above and beyond her duty. She deserves a commendation.
I'll see what I can do.
Commander Rydek, I heard what you did. The sacrifice you made for our sake. You saved not only my life, but the lives of my crew. An incredibly heroic deed. All of Elydia is in your debt. We cannot thank you enough.
Just doing our duty, Admiral. I'm sure you understand. If you'll excuse us.
Of course.
How are we getting our away team back?
Ambassador Spock and the rest of the senior staff are waiting for us in the briefing room to discuss just that. I wanted a chance for you and I to speak first, given the circumstances. While protocol might suggest we alert Starfleet about our situation, missing crew, the data breach, possible threat from the Hatari or Khan, I think we're better off keeping this to ourselves, under our control. You know what's at stake for me here, and what is at stake for you, too. I can't afford another mission gone wrong, and I'm really counting on your support. I don't want to raise a false alarm.
It's really not about you.
I have every confidence we can wrap this up before it gets any worse than it already is.
I'm sorry, Captain, but this isn't about you. The lives of everyone who wears a uniform are at stake.
That should be your primary concern, not yourself.
I don't see it that way.
Wow, he doesn't see it that way. He's angry
On our
now.
way.
Wow, but
Is there
he's
any
only being
update
super
on our
selfish.
efforts to trace the Zeldy's warp signature?
Unfortunately, no. Somehow they were able to mask the signature and block our ability to track their trajectory.
I'm also concerned about what went with them. A Taconian energy source.
Sidron referred to it as the Cartabula.
Yes, I've been analyzing your tricorder scans. This Cartabula is more powerful than any energy source on record. It disabled our ability to warp and likely created the ion storm.
We have to find that ship.
They're trying to remake the
Anywhere by
Takan
now.
Empire.
Literally anywhere.
We have crew on the ship.
I have faith in our away team. They won't give up easily, and if they can somehow manage to stay alive, then maybe they could get word to us about their location.
That'd be a hell of a lucky break.
Right now, we need all the luck we can get. The Takan also compromised our systems when Petty Officer Maris stole data from our computer core.
We're assessing what was lost as we speak. It's just too soon to say exactly what they had access to.
Starfleet needs to know about this.
We're not contacting Starfleet until we fully understand the situation. There are too many unknowns.
They stole our data. That's reason enough to warn Starfleet.
But the captain does have a point.
I agree for now.
Might be better to wait until we know more.
I would have to agree with the captain. There's no point causing undue panic based purely on speculation.
We need to know more before we go off half-cocked sounding the alarm. I want to speak with the Hotari and get to the bottom of this before we get Starfleet involved.
I expect we'll meet resistance. The Hotari think we violated our neutrality by entering their
Okay, now they're red.
markets.
He's happy
Assuming
again.
the
What-
negotiations are off, we no longer have an official role here.
We still have a responsibility to the Hotari and the
The
Elydians.
Takan are a threat to both their civilizations.
No. They're a threat to us all. The device Commander Rydek found in the Taconian Vault is an advanced delivery mechanism for a complex biogenetic transformation
Well, we know
process.
that. They're
Meaning what?
Turning into
exactly?
Takan.
Not only are they bioforming innocent hosts, transforming them into Takan. They're taking the DNA and engrammatic data of a specific Draconian and displacing that of its host. It's a hostile takeover on a cellular level,
But we already knew that.
bringing individual Takan back to life
Can it be
one
reversed?
by one.
Is there some way it could be reversed?
That's exactly what I've been trying to find out. So far, it appears the answer is no. Once the Draconian takes control, the displacement of the host is irreversible. And the bioforming appears to be permanent. Petty Officer Maris called herself a scion of the flame, but the computer had no information about it.
She also shot the hell out of my ship as she escaped and nearly killed a few of our crew. So we know this about those scions. They're dangerous.
The Takan have crossed a line. That much is certain. However, meeting with the Hotari could offer insight into their true intentions. Under the pretense of an apology for betraying their trust. And trespassing
They aren't
on their territory.
Hotari anymore, they're Takan.
What if there are no Hotari left? If Galvin and Sidron were Takan, who else? The Queen?
I think we would know if that were the case.
Yeah, I don't think the Queen is taken yet.
We'll take every precaution.
With the Cartabula gone, I can confirm we have regained warp capability and the use of our transporters.
Excellent. Commander Ermot, see if we can arrange a meeting on Hotari as soon as possible. As Ambassador Spock suggested, under the pretense of an apology.
Aye, Captain.
Nice work, everyone.
You're long overdue for a Diridium infusion.
No kidding.
It looks like I am.
She's rough. We need a facial scar to match her crew.
I'll give you two a moment, but she needs her rest.
This is
I
our
understand.
look.
Commander
Everyone's gonna have
Rydek?
facial scars. And
Is that you? I thought I heard your voice.
yes, I'm right here. How are you feeling? A little insensitive.
I'm right here.
She probably does not feel good.
Where? Before you say anything, I just want you to know I don't blame you.
But the game told
for
me
what
you
happened.
blame me.
I heard that last transport made it through. That was our mission, to save lives. So, I'm glad it was a success. And Dr. Duval tells me she can get me my sight back. Eventually. I just hope this isn't the end of my career. Can't be much of a tactical officer if you
Trust
can't
Dr.
see what's
Duval.
coming. But this is all I've ever wanted to do.
I have absolute confidence in Dr. Duval. If she says she can restore your vision, then I truly believe it's possible.
Oh, she
I
smiled.
hope you're right.
It's good. Oh, she liked that.
All right, you two. Lieutenant Bedrosian needs her rest, and you have an infusion waiting for you.
I will check in on you soon. I promise.
I'm gonna hold you to it.
Yeah, because if I saved her, probably more people would have died.
Aside from almost running out of Diridium, you're in good health.
Nice to get some positive news for a change.
You, I don't worry about.
Hmm.
Captain, however,
Yeah.
Go on.
you see it, don't you?
Medical grounds? Give me medical grounds so I can get rid of him. Yeah.
Withholding intel from Starfleet just to save his reputation. That's not normal behavior for a captain. And you encouraged him.
For now, not gonna be
You've
forever.
spent enough time with him now. Seen enough of how he runs
He
the
cares
ship.
about himself
There's
first
something
now,
wrong.
apparently.
As the ship's doctor, I need to know. Don't sugarcoat it.
I'm worried about him,
No,
not gonna lie. He's definitely not one or two.
To be honest, I'm worried about him. It seems like the stress of this mission is getting to him. He has so much riding on its success. and I am concerned he'll do something rash to ensure it.
To know we see eye to eye on this. And I want to be clear, I care about Solano, I really do. I've been his doctor for years. There are more important things at stake than offending an old friend. If it gets any worse, you know where to find me.
Oh, she didn't like that though, what?
Jara.
Or she's just angry, maybe, I don't know.
Monitor your duridium levels. I'll be right back.
How's your wound?
Like it was never there.
Hmm.
I feel lucky you were there with me. Without you, I'd be, well...
We're the Scar crew.
Thank you for saving my life. Even with the wonders of your
I should thank you.
It wouldn't have mattered if you'd left me for dead.
I should be thanking you. You took that disruptor shot for me. Without you, I might be the one in sickbay, or worse.
Well, I couldn't just let you die. Not after all you did to help.
I won't forget it.
She'd like that, I think.
We saw the truth down in those mines.
Not
What
what we
Cifrin and
expected.
Galvin
Well, it
really
was,
are,
but
who they've become,
didn't expect the turning into them.
the lengths they're willing to go to.
Well, we already
What
knew
they
it,
did
but
to that Lydian. It's hard to accept that everything I thought I knew, so much was a lie.
we'll stop them.
The horror of that
We
under
have
their
to.
feet the entire time.
What we learned down there will help us win this fight. Truth is power, and we'll use that to stop Galvin and Sidron.
If you're right, then it was worth it. I truly hope you're right.
Commander Rydek, you're needed on the bridge at once.
What is it?
The Hotari have agreed to meet.
On we go. Is this a new chapter? Stowaways, okay. I was actually hoping to make it to that part.
They haven't found us yet.
But we lost one person, but they weren't anybody important, unfortunately. They were red
Can't
shirts.
just wait to be rescued. We have no idea when or if the
So
Resolute.
maybe hiding was a better call, but
We can get access to the Zeldi systems. We might be able to figure out what the Takan are up to.
maybe we would have got captured. Who
You got
knows?
somewhere we could do that?
Okay, we need to look around. Power cells.
Lydians must supplement main system power with these.
Come on, Carter. We need to stick with the tall guy.
No time to look over here. I better follow Major Arminta.
But I need to look at
I think
things.
this was here. Made it a lot easier to transport across the ship. If we took another second, Miranda might have...
Got us. Yeah.
For how uptight the Lydians are, that cargo bay is kind of a mess. Huh. A Lydian consoles still have mechanical keyboards as a backup.
I like their color scheme though, but their tech doesn't make too much sense. I like our displays a bit better for the transporting.
Looks airtight and climate controlled.
We could hide in there.
Must be where they put the precious cargo.
Yeah, hiding in there would make sense. More cargo?
Based on how this is reinforced, probably contains dilithium. Stray phaser blast could cause a piezoelectric rupture and blow a hole in the ship. Better be careful.
I think we looked at everything there's to look at. Just make sure, because I haven't been down this way. So yeah, we're gonna hide in the air-controlled, climatized, sealed containers. That makes sense.
Up there? Alright. Etzelar, let's do this.
The internal sensors.
The what?
When they scan the ship for life signs, they'll know right where we are.
There must be devices that perform the scan.
Right there. And there. There's several of them around the room.
Got it. We'll disable them.
How? They're too high to reach, even for me.
Even for you, yeah, you're
Not
tall.
too high for our phasers.
That's
Low
obvious.
power, Nelly. Let's not set off any fire alarms.
Can't we
I
just
got the
hack
ones
it?
over here.
I guess not.
Got one. Another down.
Hurry, Carter!
I am.
Oh, there's one more left.
Only one left.
Where is it? The heck is it?
Here it comes.
There we go. I think I got it. Did I miss it?
It worked. They won't
Okay,
be able
good.
to detect us.
That buys us some time.
Now that the Zeldi has its power again, I might be able to access some of the ship's systems from here. I'll take care not to give away our position.
The Takan might not even know we're still on board this ship. Miranda only saw us transport away. She probably thinks we're back on the Resolute.
Miranda.
Not really Miranda anymore.
Don't give up on her yet, Carter.
Where
She
I
had
want?
you in her sights, and she didn't shoot. That means the real Miranda is still in there. The Takan don't have her.
I hope
Not
so.
completely, at least. She must still feel something.
That is a reason to hold out hope.
And a reason to remember that
We did
Takan
shoot her,
haven't
though,
just
too,
hijacked
to be
this
fair.
ship. They've hijacked every body they're in.
Mhm.
I know she played us, used her sympathies, your relationship to break out of sickbay. But maybe there's a way to turn her back and Miranda could help us stop the Takan. Here, on the ship.
Our own
Just
mole
because the
would be
Troll
nice.
is permanent doesn't mean the Takan bioforming has to be.
I've heard enough of your prattling on about your friend.
What? What's his
Have to
issue?
think like a soldier.
We're not
She's our
soldiers.
enemy now. She'll be dealt with like the rest of the Takan.
My friend Miranda is not responsible for what she's doing. The Takan have taken control of her mind. We certainly can't kill her for it.
Speak for yourself. If anyone threatens the Empire, they are the enemy. It's just one life, and it's already been lost.
You don't get to talk about Miranda.
You don't
We're on
get
the
to
same
ignore
team.
the truth.
We don't like this any more than you do. The Takan are a threat to all of us. They turned our crewmates too. You really think they're gonna stop there?
No.
And yet we still risked our lives to come help you. And not everyone made it.
I'll grant that you showed your grit and effectiveness. More than I can say about accessing ship systems. They block out helm control, propulsion. They're closing down systems faster than I can check them. They're always changing these interfaces. I can hardly keep up.
I can help.
Let us help.
Fine. They're using a senior officer's access code to lock down our systems from the bridge. The Takan must have turned someone in command.
Here's something. I can see the course they have plotted in. Long way from Hotari space.
I
So
hope
did
the
Hotari.
Resolute is all right back there.
Zelda?
Zeldi. That's where we are.
That's not exactly news.
Other
Radiant
systems.
Fleet has explored a lot of systems, but it's all in the opposite direction of where we're going.
And heading is this way.
We're headed to the edge of the galaxy.
Nothing but uninhabited systems along the way. And if we keep going, we'll leave charted space. A lot sooner than I like to think about, too.
That can't happen. We need to take control and turn this ship around. Get back to the front lines of the battle for Elydia.
We are on the front lines. They're going to do this all over the Quadrant. The whole Federation is at risk.
That is a possibility, but it's already a reality for my people.
I'm sure it's pretty damn real for the people who are trapped in their own bodies controlled by the Takan. You can't just turn your back on them.
I'll take this ship without you if I have to.
You wouldn't be able
And I'll
to.
bring it back to Elydia.
We need to work
or
together.
I'll destroy it. I won't let it stay in the hands of the enemy.
Think strategically. We stand a better chance by working together. You're right to be angry. But it doesn't do any good to turn it on us.
Fair enough.
The most important thing is that we get control of this ship. So that we don't end up so far away that the Resolute can't ever catch up to us.
And if we control the Zeldi, that also means they can't use that Cartabula thing.
I'm not sure we can do much more from here.
What's this? It's a data stream.
It looks to be a two-way communication.
Let me see if I could put it through a demultiplexing processor.
Can you get that clearer?
I'm trying.
Got it.
Okay. That should do it.
Hello? Can you read me?
Itasca, is that you?
Major!
It's my lieutenant. Where are you?
I'm here with some of the others. We're trapped in the ATP.
Our artillery targeting platform.
The bulkheads are sealed, and ruptured power conduits on the other side are discharging at high voltage. Major, we've seen Sidron and the other Hatari, and if we can get free, I think we'll be able to overpower them and take back the ship.
Itasca, are you still there? Itasca, are you still there?
You shouldn't trust anyone else you meet. The Hatari have been transforming people on this ship. We've seen it happen.
See, they've transferred. Yep, they're the same people.
It's only a matter of time before any remaining crew are turned against us. You have to come and help us.
I gotta ask, are you sure that's really your comrade?
It's Itasca. You're going to have to trust me. I know Lieutenant Itasca well. That's her.
Trust goes both ways.
Clear and not under duress beyond our current circumstances. I'm sure of it.
Trust goes both ways. We trust you. You trust
You
us.
have to trust us, yeah.
I'll go with that. Until you give me reason not to.
Back at you, Stretch.
We'll make it to you undetected, and we'll free you from the ATP.
We'll be ready and waiting, sir.
I may not know the computers very well, but I know every inch of this ship. I can get us there, safely, through the back routes.
Well, let's go. Delegation back to Hatari. Unmasking. So these people are not turned, I guess. Most likely. Maybe some of them are. They left behind for purpose. Attacked as spies and whatever else.
You may approach.
Your Majesty, an apology is in order. The Federation...
Spare us your apologies, your excuses, your pathetic explanations. You said you were here under the pretense of peace, yet you trespassed into our minds. I should have known you couldn't be trusted when you sided with the Elydians.
We had to find out the truth.
Your intentions have been clear from the start.
We knew you were hiding something. We had to find the truth.
I hope
I'll
you
speak
were
plainly.
satisfied with what you found.
Your Majesty.
He didn't
if
like
I
that.
may,
Her actions nearly caused a war.
I was addressing the Queen.
Galvin speaks for the Voltari now.
Isn't Galvin...
Fortunately, we were able to resolve this ourselves despite your interference. The Elydians have agreed the mines will remain under Hotari control.
We now
Yeah,
recognize
he's
the Hatari
he's
as
under
the
the
sole
control.
authority in this region. Your presence here is no longer necessary.
You're being played.
So you can consider the matter resolved.
They never wanted the Federation involved. This was all just a ploy from the start.
We never needed the Federation involved. But we're so thankful that you've come.
That being said, the sooner you leave,
hell we will. What about my crew trapped aboard that ship? Or what you did to my security team? The data you stole? I want to make one thing clear. No one is to leave Hotari space without Federation approval. No one.
You think you have that power, when in fact you have none. You came here under the presumption you would be the ultimate authority. That you would show up and render judgment in this petty dispute over precious resources between lesser people. But instead, your arrogance and self-interest was your undoing. Blinding you to the real power.
We know you're Takan.
Something far beyond your feeble imagination.
Enough of this nonsense. You're not fooling anyone. We know you're Takan.
Not sure if you like that, but I needed to drop it.
Takan. A word I haven't heard in a very long time. At the height of our power, the Takan Empire spanned hundreds of thousands of light years and trillions of Taconians.
An empire that encompassed what is now considered Federation territory.
What's yours was once ours.
So they're all under control.
So it feels only right that we reclaim what was lost. Everything you hold
How did you lose it?
will be gone. The first of many.
You'll be held
losses
accountable.
You won't get away with this. You'll be held accountable by the Federation.
I already have gotten away with it. And the Federation has no authority here. Not anymore. You might be surprised how many want to be part of the most advanced civilization the galaxy has ever seen. We will not stop until we've reclaimed what is rightfully ours. Imagine what a queen, a starship captain, or even a Federation ambassador could accomplish if their power was wielded by a truly superior entity. In the face of such impossible odds against an adversary so clearly more advanced in every way, the only logical choice is to submit.
Never.
Not logical. Nope. Oh, we're gonna try to get stabbed.
Seize them.
Well, this is a distraction, alright.
Now!
Rydick to Resolute. Beam us out.
We got out. Nobody got stabbed.
You ever done something like this before?
Close quarters combat? Infiltrating an enemy stronghold?
Something like that.
I once spent 6 days crawling through sewers during the siege of Tofar Ket to retake the citadel there. That's just one of many campaigns I've served in. My dress uniform is well decorated.
Well, glad you're on our side. Hopefully you're...
I'm sure you've given yourselves plenty of medals.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're here with you. We need your kind of experience.
I should say you do. And I'll be glad to have Lieutenant Itasca with us. She fought shoulder to shoulder with me in that siege.
So you're pretty close, huh?
She's like a daughter to me. She's saved my life more than once. She's more than just a comrade in arms.
Must be a good soldier.
That must mean she's a good soldier.
The very best.
We saved your life. What does that make us?
We're not out of danger yet. But once we have my comrades, proper soldiers, we'll be able to retake the bridge. Then, our fleets will catch up to us. The ATP is just down that corridor.
Was it a trap? Maybe. We know that they could kind of use memories against you.
Is this the artillery platform?
This is the power distribution for the forward armament cluster.
Looks damaged. There they are.
There was combat here. Disruptor bones on the walls. Signs of a grenade detonation.
Takan could be nearby.
there was a fight, the Takan might still be nearby.
Maybe my people killed them.
They
Or
didn't.
they could be waiting for us.
And that's a problem for when we meet them.
The distribution conduits have been knocked loose. The currents in those lines would be lethal. Is there any way to power those down?
Each circuit has a control panel that regulates power to the magnetobanks.
I can track connections between the power lines and the control panels. I should be able to clear a safe path to your crew.
We'll get the door open here.
It's heavy.
I could help or no? I'm just gonna sneak my way through. So I need to use the consoles. Showed me one over there. What do I have to do for this minigame? Nothing. Go down and go up. A little roundabout way. I wonder if they're coming behind me. Or they're staying outside. Another one down. Moving on. Is that gas? I'm not sure what this one does. Is it the other power? I think I need to go down here. Yeah. And go back up. That's... does not look climbable. No, there's that. Okay, I need to come up this one. Oh, they are here. I was right. We have... Got him.
You! Federation, you made it.
Barely. There's a lot of collateral.
Why was I
damage out
alone?
here.
They backed us into a corner.
We did that to drive them out. Put some space between us and the enemy.
Oh, good job. Oh, they're not done yet.
They're here.
Somebody just got...
Get down!
I think they've given up on capture.
Why am I the one having to do everything?
We'll never make it if we go back that way. You, give me a hand with this! Go! Go! Behind us!
Boom. That works. Explosives. The exploding shots. I think multiple enemies. There's a small delay. There was no delay there.
Go, Federation! You take the lead. We'll keep them busy.
I lost one already? Wow, that was quick. Oh, he's been dragged. Save him! Oh, they're being grabbed. Never mind. Another one gone? Okay. How did I get hit there? What the heck? Why did I hit the one and they just kept going? Wait, I won, but I also lost? I'm confused. I'm died. Okay, let's redo this. That was okay, this is actually hard. There's so many of them. Okay, we're back at the dragon part.
Back!
So I have to save those explosives for that part, obviously.
Hold him back! We can't let him reach the
But I also
stairs!
not need to take as much damage. Ah! Why are they getting multiple hits to take down?
Come on, hurry!
I think I got them this time. There we go. We're still getting grabbed. How are there so many of them?
No!
Why are they not helping until now?
You can't just run in there.
You must live to fight.
Why did they still do such a horrible job? I guess we weren't even that much outnumbered.
We let the enemy take them. Hadri and Private Turo.
They weren't the only ones. But if we hadn't, it would have been all of us. I'll have to live with that, and I'll answer for it when I die. It's not the Illidian way to leave one of our own behind. It's a sin to do so.
We keep fighting.
We're not gonna die. Not if I have anything to say about it.
It's more important that we win. When we were in there, trapped, we agreed that we had to live to fight. Hadri agreed. We said, if one of us was taken, the others wouldn't stop. We'd keep going, make our way to the bridge. They died so we could fight on.
The Takan don't want them dead.
They want to steal their bodies. And steal their minds.
The Takan knows everything the host knows.
That means they know our plan. They know we're heading to the bridge.
Well, we better hurry.
Tylus, you should be in sickbay.
I'll finish this.
I couldn't just lie there knowing the entire fate of Hotari hangs in the balance. How did it go?
Not great. It was rough.
I'm not gonna lie. It was pretty rough.
Oh no. That's what I was afraid of. I heard a rumor that they'd made a deal, that the Illidians agreed to peace. After what we saw Sidron do to the diplomat in the mines, I could hardly believe there was hope, but then... Is that true?
They're all Takan. They've all been Takaned.
I'm afraid the truth is far worse than that.
There's no deal.
No. They're all Takan now. The Hotari, the Illidians. Everyone.
No. That can't be true.
I'm sorry.
Where will I go? I can't go back. I don't have a home anymore.
Hotari's not lost yet.
Everything I've ever known is gone.
Hotari isn't lost yet. This is far from over. It will be your home again, I promise.
Thank you.
The Federation stands with the Hotari. You don't have to doubt it for a second.
Yellow alert.
Commander Rydek, we need you on the bridge immediately.
Commander.
Good to
She's
have
back.
you back. You didn't opt for the ocular implants.
Maybe someday. The visor was the best the doc could do on short notice.
Stylish.
We've got an Elydian ship, the Veskar, rapidly bearing down on our position.
Or what was the Veskar. Now I'm not so sure.
Bring it up on the view screen.
600 kilometers in closing. Still coming straight for us.
Definitely not. It's turning into an Elydian ship. Or not an Elydian ship. It's turning into a Takan ship.
Commander?
We should put our shields up.
Should we put our shields up? Just as a precautionary measure.
I'd like to avoid escalating this any more than we have to.
How is shields
Whatever the hell
escalating?
this is.
400 kilometers in closing.
Shields up.
There we go. Just
Shields
did
up.
it anyway.
Phasers ready. It's incoming.
Lock phasers and open fire.
Heavy damage. But deflectors still at full power?
That makes no sense.
That bypassed our shields entirely.
That's impossible.
Oh,
Goddamn it,
that does
return
make sense.
Fire. Everything we've got. Rydek, modulate the shield frequencies. See if we can get us any cover.
Commander,
I've got this. Just keep firing.
Randomized shield frequency. Yeah, that sounds right.
Shields still have no effect.
That doesn't make sense.
I'll try another.
Reverse polarity?
There!
We've got incoming! How do they keep matching our shield frequency?
They couldn't. Unless... They've compromised our shield algorithms. They can bypass our shields at will.
What?
I guess that's what they stole.
Captain!
He's out cold.
Why'd they stop?
Damage report.
Running on emergency power. Major hull damage on decks 4 through 7. Warp core is stable and intact.
They want to take us over.
Completely vulnerable.
Commander, we're being held by the Veskar. It's Galvin.
Of course it's Galvin.
On screen.
Commander Rydek, where's your captain? Not dead, I hope. At
You're
least
dealing with
not
me
yet.
for now.
You're dealing with me. Is that a problem?
One inferior life form is as good as another. I have to give you credit, Commander. You survived longer than I thought you would. But make no mistake, your shields are useless, your weapons ineffective, and there's nothing you can do. I could destroy you at any moment. But I'd rather hear your pleas for mercy first. Your existence is entirely in my hands.
We're worth more to you alive, I know that.
It's entirely possible you could destroy us. But the truth is, we're worth more to you alive than dead. Better if we report back to Starfleet about the power of Taconian technology, and the futility of fighting it.
There might be value in that. I've been thinking about what you said, Commander. You claimed I would be held accountable. And here I am. Hold me accountable.
The Veskar's weapons are powering up.
But of course, now you are entirely at my mercy. So I've decided to let you live. Because there's merit to the idea you're worth more to me alive. Tell your Federation the Takan are as merciful as they are powerful. That you were fortunate to escape with your lives.
I'll give him what he wants. Thank you for sparing us.
You may not be so lucky.
We appreciate your mercy.
And you rely on it.
Oh, he liked that. I mean, well, I was gonna say this isn't over. We don't want to tell them that. It isn't over, but we don't want to say it.
Nothing. It's untraceable, just like before.
Notify Ambassador Spock. I want everyone in the briefing room to discuss our options.
What's the status of the repairs?
Hull breach should be patched up in a matter of hours. Impulse power is at 67%. Should be fully restored soon.
Still no luck tracking Galvin's warp signature. They've all but disappeared.
Keep trying. Finding that son of a bitch is the best shot we got.
Well, we need to be able to beat them, too.
Commander Rydek, you had the Khan after the ship was attacked. What is your assessment? Given our current situation,
we need more
the
knowledge.
losses we have suffered.
I think we don't know enough. We need more information.
In that case, we might have an option. Portal 6-3, Guardian of the Takan.
Oh, interesting.
If anyone could find Galvin, it would be him.
That's assuming he's willing to help us.
True, but there's only one way to find out.
He does have a flame staff, and there were the
Federation Council to contact him.
The nearest Federation outpost is Andoria. I can travel there by shuttle and inform them personally of the threat from the Takan. Meanwhile, the Resolute can travel to the Delphi Ardu system in search of Portal 6-3.
I still have my doubts.
I do not. Captain William T. Riker has first-hand experience with the area and with Portal 6-3. His guidance will prove invaluable and should alleviate
we got Riker
your
coming up.
concerns. Delphi Ardu 4 is a restricted zone for good reason.
Spock is aware.
We know we could be walking into a trap. Not to mention the high likelihood Portal 6-3's allegiance will be with the Takan.
I mean, there's high.
It's just too much of a risk. A waste of time.
Maybe we can
Time
reason.
can't afford to lose.
According to Commander Riker's records of meeting Portal 6-3, he was willing to listen to reason. We may be able to convince him that Galvin is wrong.
Or he'll just be happy to learn his civilization is making a comeback.
One of the two, but I mean, we have to try.
Compound the problem.
I am inclined to agree with Commander Rydek. Her logic is sound.
Yeah.
This portal may have knowledge that proves to be invaluable, including information on the nature of the Cartabula. We must act on the facts at hand.
Then we'll give it our best.
I'll arrange a meeting with Captain Riker.
And I will speak with the Council. They need to understand the magnitude of the situation. I can leave for Andoria immediately. I wish you luck finding Portal 6-3. The very future of the Federation may rest in your hands.
It takes a minimum of 8 crew
The
on the
breach.
bridge to run the ship. So we can expect at least that many hostiles.
If they bioformed Hadri, they know we're coming.
Which means everyone needs to be ready for...
There, for that, the ambush.
Now what? We need that door sealed.
We can handle that. Where do you need us?
There's an access panel there. You should be able to patch into the local systems.
We'll be shot getting there.
I'll cover you. On my signal. Now!
You know, it would be good if you actually put your targets down as opposed to just shooting at them.
Looking for the bridge doors. Wait, what's this?
Got something?
Gravity. If I invert the artificial gravity inside the bridge,
They'll throw them off.
anyone on
Yep.
the bridge right up into the seal.
He'll never see it coming.
Do it.
Tosca, get ready to charge.
Charge?
Charge.
There's some gravity polarity. Now!
No, they can't shoot. Charge. Charge.
Amazing.
Charge. Does not talk. Take him out.
How do we get them down?
Or not, I guess they're already done. Stun him.
What are we gonna do with them?
We don't have time to take prisoners.
You want us to kill them?
So you're just gonna shoot him?
We could stun
I
them.
haven't decided yet.
That's not just up to you.
I'm the ranking officer.
And we're not in
We
your
do not kill prisoners.
It may not be convenient, but we don't kill enemies who've surrendered.
Keeping prisoners is a luxury we don't have.
It's not a damn luxury.
You're an engineer, not a soldier. This is clearly my territory.
You think you have enemy combatants here? This is a hostage situation. Each one of them has an innocent life inside. I'll keep watch on them.
As will I. We can't let our guard down around the enemy.
Petty Officer Diaz and I will figure out how to stop the ship.
Let's hurry. The rest of the Takan could show up any minute.
Yeah, we don't want to barricade the doors.
They're all over this place.
Well, they're making the ship a Takan ship, obviously.
Huh.
The crystal throwers.
Careful where you point that thing.
It's not active. I can't see any way this would work as a weapon. It's dead.
Out of ammo?
I'm not sure.
Power, maybe?
Everything under control?
Yes, these Takan haven't made a move. Yet.
And what you're doing is working.
There's plenty more I can do. But it doesn't have to be that way. As long as they behave.
Glad you're seeing things our way.
Any trouble?
Don't worry about me. Worry about Stretch over there.
Trigger itchy?
Why?
Trigger
He's
finger?
looking for any excuse to vaporize the prisoners. But I'll make sure he doesn't. Even if they're the enemy, it's not right.
I'm here if you need a hand.
Just hurry up and figure out this bridge. That's the best way to help.
Have a look around as much as we can first.
Gotta figure this out before we get wherever we're going. If the Resolute can't catch up to us, we're in a whole different kind of trouble.
Engine
This
status?
console looks unaffected. Where's the captain?
Captain Ostego did not survive the atmosphere poisoning.
I'm sorry to hear that.
He died defending the Empire. That's how he'd want it.
Navigation data. Might be our way out. Okay, let's not touch navigation or helm. Let's go to everything else though. Am I supposed to use the tricorder?
These crystals are Takan technology. They seem to be active, just like the rest of their tech. Tetrametric pulses.
Tetrametric?
It's the energy signature of Takan technology. Everything they make gives
It
off
must
this type
have
of
a
radiation.
counter to it though. It must have a weakness.
They're blocking the inputs. It's not responding at all. Everything I try, it just ignores me.
We can't blast the crystals. Let's try another console.
Maybe we should try that other console.
Good idea.
Oh, the one over there? Let's not touch it quite yet.
We're gonna be there in less than an hour.
We can't let that happen.
Hold on, it would take days to go this distance with our fastest ship.
This is obviously
We're
faster.
traveling at a warp factor many times greater than this ship should even be capable of.
Well, it's the con
What are
technology.
the engines doing to produce this kind of speed?
It's not the ship that's moving, it's space that's moving.
Look here. It's navigational data.
We saw that already. Headed to the edge of the galaxy.
It's only a display. We couldn't use it to change course or alter speed.
It's obviously the one console that we haven't touched. If I could get down.
There are two interfaces on top of each other.
This is not Lydian programming.
It's Takan, obviously. Now I need to scan it.
It's the Takan language.
From what I can tell, the ship's systems are actively responding to input.
Which is the opposite of how most bridges work. They usually send commands, not receive them.
It's from an intrusive program. This control station won't do us any good either. What have they done to this bridge?
Consoles running themselves, some clogged up with crystals that are sending off tetrametric pulses.
But none of this is sending signals outward. It's receiving.
They're flying the ship from somewhere else.
That should be impossible. But it explains why there's less than a full bridge crew. If they aren't flying the ship from the bridge, where are they controlling it from?
Engineering, maybe? Well, we could ask our prisoners. No, I'm sure that they won't be helpful. Probably need to scan some things. Can we not scan this console?
The engines are redline, running at full power. But this main drive manifold is spiking way over nominal levels.
Very dangerous.
Even at 100% output, the warp cores wouldn't push this much plasma to the drive section.
The reactor output matches the high speed, doesn't it?
Of course it does.
Whether it's these crystals or the power from the Cartabula, the Takan have found a way to increase the engine output and top speed. We have to find a way to hit the brakes before we outrun anyone who could help us.
We stop it, so they can't get this ship where they're going, and enact the next phase of their plan.
Yeah, but how do we stop it? That's what we're trying to do.
That is if they don't destroy us all first. I would have thought this ship would disintegrate going this speed.
Oh, we should do our part.
Somehow, that hasn't happened yet.
We do our part, and just worry about that. I don't know what more they have to their plan.
People like this are never satisfied. There's always more that they want. And they are obviously going somewhere.
I hate to think what the Cartabula could do if it was plugged into something it was meant to power. That's everything. We got some answers.
I don't like what they tell us, though.
If we can learn nothing else, then what's left is to make these Takan talk. And if they don't, we'll dispose of them.
Hey, that's not how we do this.
That is enough.
Oh, they're trying to escape. It's glowing.
I thought that thing was useless.
It was. No power.
But the crystals powered
Until
it.
he touched it.
I touched it, doesn't work.
This must be biocoded.
Makes sense.
Technology will only work for one of our kind.
I can assure you, this weapon works just fine for me.
Slow down, Arminta.
You can't control the ship with a disruptor.
but I can use it to control you.
Nice smack. But yeah, that's enough. One smack is all you get. One free smack.
Let's talk.
Number 1.
The Titan's communications officer says Captain Riker will be ready in just a moment.
Number 1.
You need to see
Engage.
This. The report on the data breach.
Damn. It's worse than I'd hoped.
Of course, it's
They
worse
didn't
than you
just
hoped.
compromise our shields. They stole the shield algorithms for all of Starfleet as well.
Why would we have those?
Every ship is potentially vulnerable to
Oh,
attack.
not potentially. It is.
Making this so much worse than it already was.
We already knew that, though. We can change the algorithm. Starfleet has to know. They have to
Given
know.
the potential consequences, we should notify Starfleet as soon as possible.
If he doesn't want to do
I
it.
don't disagree, but I'll reach out to
Okay,
Ambassador
he didn't
Spock.
disagree this time. Good
I
for
don't want
him.
to cause a panic, and I doubt he does either.
But we needed to change those to actually have some sort of defense.
For you.
Let's not mention any of this shield business to Riker just yet. Put him through.
He's gonna ask.
Captain
Riker's not
Riker,
stupid.
This is my first officer, Commander Jara Rydek.
My pleasure.
Sir.
I wish we were all meeting under better circumstances.
So do I, although you and I have actually met before.
We have.
I was a young lieutenant on the Potemkin. You were first officer on the Tuckerman. I piloted you and our science officer in a shuttle to survey quantum resonance in the planetary rings of Residius 6.
Ah, yes. Now I remember.
You know, he gave me some good advice that day about a very difficult job. Yours.
Well, I'm not one to turn down some words of wisdom, sir.
Then let me ask, as first officer on a starship, where does your responsibility lie, first and foremost?
The crew?
To the captain, the crew, or the ship itself?
Oh, this old chestnut.
The crew.
I am curious to
It's
hear
always
what
the crew.
she says, though.
Ultimately, my responsibility is to the crew at large.
The needs of the many. You have been hanging around with Ambassador Spock. But the truth is, it's a trick question.
Well, that was
Every
an
situation is
option.
different, and there are no easy answers. And in some cases, it might not be any of those three. It could be the prime directive. Or the mission.
Yes, so perhaps we should get to the matter at hand. When you were with the Enterprise, you encountered a Takan entity known as Portal 6-3. The Enterprise was held captive in orbit until you were able to convince him to let the ship go.
All of which is detailed in the mission report.
What we want from you is what we can't get from the report. What can we use to get Portal 6-3 to help us?
I've often thought about that over the years. How a small difference in the encounter could have led to disaster. The most important thing is, don't let him push you around. He can appear as a man, or as a godlike projection. He'll test you. But don't be overwhelmed by the pageant.
Okay, so I could stand my ground.
I'll stand up to him. You can trust in that.
Good. But that's just the first step. Portal is full of bluster and bravado. But he can be reasoned with. And that's my other piece of advice. You want to appeal to him rationally. You don't want him thinking you're acting out of fear.
But we are afraid of the Takan, and with good reason.
He's not the sort to suffer fools. And he'll lose interest if he feels his time is being wasted.
I suppose that's one thing we have in common.
What do you think you'll react with the Takan
Do you
back?
think he knows that the Takan have returned?
He didn't even know they were gone when we went there.
Oh, okay, so
But
probably
the
not.
moment the Enterprise dropped into orbit around Delphi Ardu 4, he downloaded the entirety of the ship's computer.
Oh, right.
So I'd expect the same when you get there.
What if he won't cooperate and we have to face these Takan ourselves?
Then we have a much bigger problem on our hands.
What I mean is, in the 16 years since you discovered this outpost, there has to have been research. Battle plans for what to do about the Takan if we encountered more of them. I need to know what they are.
If I had that answer, it would have been the first thing I told you.
We both know Command has had their share of hidden plans in the past. Like Admiral Hansen and Captain Shelby's Special Projects Division at Starfleet Tactical, devising new ways to take on the board.
Trust me. This isn't some Starfleet conspiracy to keep you in the dark. But if you two don't think you're equipped to make contact, you need to tell me now. Because there is no silver bullet here. Now's not the time to hesitate. I need to know you're up to this.
We know what we're doing. Risk is our business. We know what we're doing.
You're not the only one who's met the Takan in
Yeah, we've been...
We've faced them
Yep.
in combat. We're not just the right ones for the job. We're the only ones.
All right. Asked and answered. There was a special task force that considered the Takan, and I was part of it. But because there were no other signs of the Empire, we determined the best course of action was to create a restricted zone around the Delphi-Ardu system. I have my concerns, but I'll clear the way with the brass for your travel into the restricted space. Just remember what I've told you.
Stand ground
Wouldn't
and
hurt
use
to read
reason.
some Sun Tzu en route.
We'll follow your
Marcus
advice.
Aurelius.
Anything else?
Your support is appreciated.
Machiavelli?
Thank you for your support, Captain Riker.
I wish I could be there myself. But my first officer would probably see to it that I stay on the bridge while they get all the excitement on the away mission. The burdens of command. Rest assured, the Federation is taking this threat very seriously. You won't be alone out there for too long.
Thank you, Captain Riker.
One more thing.
At least they're aware of it now.
Ambassador Spock said that Takan stole some data from your central computer. What's that all about?
Okay, we need to
We're
tell
still
him.
assessing
No,
the extent of
he's
the breach.
covering his
Nothing
own butt. We
reported
can't.
right now.
This is not the time for that.
That's it? Ambassador Spock suggested it was something more serious.
I'm gonna tell because this
That's why I'm
is
asking.
yeah, this is important.
One thing we know
Yeah.
is that they stole Starfleet shield algorithms.
The shield algorithms that could jeopardize every ship in the fleet.
We're still making sure our assessment is accurate. We don't want to raise alarms unnecessarily.
This is as real as it gets.
Yeah, Solano is just
I have to
not
talk to
being.
Starfleet
He's being
Commander,
stupid
so
on
I
this
think
one.
this conversation has come to an end. I really do hope you get Portal 6-3 and find those Takan before this gets out of control. Riker out.
I specifically said I wanted to keep this under wraps.
That's so many lives
Thought
are
we
at
had an
stake.
understanding. Now all of Starfleet
Someone had
care about this.
someone had to tell them.
Considering this is new information Ambassador Spock doesn't have yet, I figured Captain Riker would be the closest to communicate directly with Starfleet Command.
Now the cat's out of the bag.
That was the point.
About the damage control of it all.
Your job is not damage
You're
controlling yourself. Your job is to protect the Starfleet above all. And you're not doing that.
It's the automated Federation warning buoy. Transmitting the disable code Captain Riker provided.
Sifting through the that was BS, that answer. And Riker knew it too. So, yeah.
That was unpleasant. Commander Ermont, what are the conditions of our systems?
All internal systems operational.
Commander Westbrook, what are your scans of the planet?
Nothing out of the ordinary.
No sign of this outrageously powerful Takan being?
I'm running a magneton scan now, but so far, nothing.
Where are you? Prep your way, team. We don't know if Portal 6-3 will cooperate. He's not an asset. He's an enemy. So be ready for anything.
Not for the timid.
Prove you're worth keeping alive for a little while longer.
I cannot stop this ship any more than you could stop the tides.
Not good enough.
The impotent threats of a lower life form do not sway me. I will not bend to you. I was born 600,000 years ago.
Are you the scion of the flame?
Today.
Are you the scion of the flame?
My name is Zan Utlosa. I was born in the final days of the Age of Makto. We are all scions of the flame. Every one of us who have traveled across the bridge of time to be here for the Great Awakening. We have all sworn ourselves to the cause.
Eventually, one of you will break.
You don't understand how overmatched you truly are. This craft was nothing before we imbued it with the speed required by our mission. And the Cartabula produces enough energy to drive an entire fleet of ships like this one. But when we wake the Aphelion, we won't need a fleet.
The Aphelion?
So they're talking.
Only then will you understand the might of the Takan Empire.
What is the Aphelion?
And this time...
You want to talk? Talk.
And when you wake the Aphelion, what are you going to do with it?
Anything we want.
Come on! This goes from bad to worse unless you do what they say.
You gave him control of the crystals. Bad idea.
Coming alive.
He can't stop the ship.
Then he will. Or we cut off his hands and use them ourselves.
The moment I reduce speed or change our heading, the others will know. First, they'll just resume course from elsewhere. Trivial matter. And then, they will come here. For you, this is a dead end.
We can deal with that.
That's a risk I'm willing to take.
Not if they're just going to start it again.
So you believe him?
I'm not sure.
Why would you tell us all this?
I tell you because I value my own life. When my fellow Scions come, and they will come, I expect you'll all act like the savages you are, and a battle will ensue. We've all died once. I don't intend to do so again. I won't touch those controls. If you want to get us killed, do it yourselves.
You fear death.
He can use
There's a
that.
way to stop this ship for good. And he knows
Yeah,
how.
he does.
He just needs more pressure.
What kind of pressure?
Not torture.
We hurt him, he'll talk. Trust me.
That's against Starfleet protocol.
You're not on a Starfleet ship. Your protocol does not apply.
That's a good argument, I guess,
Take
but
the
we're
action
still.
that will lead to our victory. Don't assume your moral code takes precedence above all others.
We still have to follow our code for.
I'm not going to torture them. Not like this.
We
There's
don't
gotta
have
be
to
something
stop
we can
them.
work with here. This area here?
Power generation. The warp cores.
We could blow them.
It's deserted. Going this fast, it would be too dangerous to force a warp collapse by cracking one of the propulsion coils. That could rupture the hull, end up damaging the Cartabula in the process.
And that risks tearing a hole in space.
We can't have that.
What's this?
This display shows the location of the Takan on the ship. This is where the infiltrators are. The central artery of ship systems. Sensors, propulsion, weapons. Doesn't seem to be working here.
This is weird. Engine status. Right. The warp cores are still practically redlined. However they've supercharged the Zeldi, it still relies on existing systems.
They just amplify the output?
But the Takan have already interfaced with those systems. The controls will be no use. So we'd have to find a way to manually shut down the warp cores.
Might not be a manual shutdown as much as it'll be sabotage.
No one appears to be guarding it. I think I can get us there. But once we're in, do you really think you can cripple my ship? Not something I'd normally ask. But I'm coming around to it.
You just get us there.
You just worry about getting us there. I'll handle the rest.
This plan of yours has one problem. It strands us. Left out of the fight when there is a war going on.
Our fight is here, now. This is how we do the most good. For the Empire.
For the Empire.
So, Carter, you didn't beam out after all.
Oh, she was listening on our comms. Of course she was.
I thought you'd escaped when we boarded. I had almost hoped you'd made it off. And Millie's there with you too, right? It's good you two are together.
Miss me?
Sounds like you miss me.
Miranda might have. She was so hopeful about you. But that's not why I called. You're not a fighter. I know it.
Did you see me take out your troops? I'm
That's why
pretty
we're
sure I was a
hiding
fighter there.
somewhere on this ship. But the Takan Empire has so much to offer you. Think of all the knowledge lost for 500,000 years that you'd have access to.
And because to con, I
You want more
won't be
from life,
myself anymore.
And I want to show you what you could be a part of. Not just the wonders you've already seen from us. In our time, we had the power to move stars.
Let us help you,
Thirst for
actually.
discovery. And a part of you would remain to experience the things I can show you. But if you try to fight it,
You don't know what you're doing. Miranda, we can help you, but you have to fight.
Miranda is a part of us now. She's accepted that.
You're lying.
I have no reason to lie.
You have no reason to tell the
Every one of us
truth.
on this crusade has fought wars more brutal and consuming than you could fathom. But I want to reach a peaceful resolution to this.
How did the con fall? They obviously have a
We have a
weakness.
plan for you.
A massive weakness.
And for the others too. We don't want to have to destroy you.
So, I'll negotiate with Miranda.
I'll negotiate with Miranda. Our Miranda. When you release her.
She's still here, in a way. We can continue this conversation in person. I'll see you on the bridge very soon.
Her comm badges. She's tracking our location with them.
If we have to use force to free our fellow Scions, there will be casualties.
We can't stay here. And we need to disable the transmitters.
Where'd you go? You don't want to talk to me?
She's trying to keep you talking.
I mean, I get it. But
It's
I'm
enough of
trying
you.
to help you.
Got it.
Mine's done too.
Time to hit the road.
They can still track the other ones that
You've
are...
forgotten something. They know where we're going.
Yep, exactly. They also have comm badges.
Set to stun.
Stun, yes.
You're not going to shoot a guy who's unconscious, are you?
You keep getting in my way.
We've managed this far without doing it your way.
We are hardly in
We're on
control
the
of
same side.
situation. And now we have loose ends.
You two forget you're on the same side? Come on!
Don't know how long I'll keep them down, because we know they're pretty tough. But it's better than leaving people there to guard them and be alone. They'll just get taken over. Last Guardian. Interesting. No idea how far I am. I should probably kind of pause and take a little bit of a review of where I am. I actually don't have it on here. Okay, so how far do I have left? Okay, so yeah, actually keep going. I could definitely be finished tomorrow. Should look for one of those. Okay, so a couple more and I should be good. 3 more? 2, 3 more? Let's see where we are currently. So Captain Solano was enraged when we told Riker, but he was just being stupid, so we had to go against him there. He's angry. Okay, so depends on their looks. They're smiling or not. Have been stolen by the Takani. Wish to respect his desire. But he's trying to cover his own butt. It's not his job to do that. Bedrosian felt reassured. Okay, nice. Spock was valued realistic assessments. Nice. Westbrook, I don't think has changed. Okay, devastated to hear the disturbing news from Hattori, but took solace in words of reassurance. Okay, that hasn't changed. She's angry. To withhold information from Starfleet, but we ended up doing it anyway. Galvin, impressed by her cleverness when the Viscar had at its mercy. He's really happy. Riker was struck by confidence in seeking help from Portal 6-3. Is glad that she was honest but Starfield shielded algorithms. Chovak approved the decision. Okay, that's the same. Calloway. Wait, is Calloway still alive? I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure if Calloway is still alive. I've not seen Calloway in quite some time. Refused to go wrong with, the plan to harm them. Yeah, that was not the right. Carter offered to help her fight against the Tkon, which was then undone when he first responded to her. Really? That was undone by doing that? She wanted to keep us talking. It was obviously a trap. He was disappointed we refused to torture. Impressed by the... okay. Undaunted courage when learned that there'd be no rescue attempts. Westbrook's not happy, but we don't like Westbrook. We like Chovak better. Coming with the impression he's smart. Okay, but he's still happy. He just doesn't look happy. She's thankful for grit and determination. And guilt over the soldiers we could not save. And Spock's still impressed. Yeah, okay. So we're doing pretty good overall. So Jara's biggest one is now the captain, but he deserved that. Like, we give a warning. Everything else, Duval, we haven't had a chance to turn again to our side. But I mean, Solano's, he's trying to dig his own grave, and we're not going to let him do it. That's, not the right thing.
Our coordinates match the exact location where Riker met Portal 6-3.
Unlike Riker's team, we beamed down without a problem.
It's quiet.
Portal has to know we're here.
If he won't come to us, we'll go to him. Spread out.
Remember, stand up for yourself and use logic and reason. Yeah, this is where fought some Ferengi.
Burn marks.
The report mentioned phaser fire being redirected toward these strange crystals.
It also mentioned Portal calling down lightning bolts.
Better keep our guards up.
Oh, this is where the entrance is, isn't it?
Geordi LaForge transported in here, hanging upside down.
I guess we're lucky we were spared the indignity.
Anything unusual, Commander?
It's all unusual, to be honest. We've precious little data on this planet, so brief was Captain Riker's visit. Anything he didn't see himself is a total unknown.
We deal with unknowns all the time. Part of the job.
I'm accustomed to dealing with the unknown from my station on the bridge.
You're unhappy to be here, I see. Okay.
This is where Portal 6-3 projected his image.
He was guarding this bridge. That has to mean something.
We'll move forward when you're ready, Commander.
I think I'm ready now. I looked at everything there's to look at. Maybe I could tricord some of this stuff. Oh, yes. Okay.
These crystals are dormant.
Riker's report said they were glowing. That they served as
There's like a
energy
lightning storm at the time.
It could be a good sign they're inactive.
Or a bad sign.
The Guardian of the Tkon doesn't have his guard up.
Is that something scannable? No, I don't think so. Plants. How did I miss
Already
these?
gave it a scan. Dead. Whole planet feels like it's been turned to stone.
Okay, Duval.
Doctor?
Commander, keeping an eye on those deridium levels?
Good.
Last thing we need are your cells destabilizing on a hostile alien planet.
No chance to improve her impression of us?
Follow me. Ends here. Is it me, or did that path just disappear?
Mm-hmm.
There was a path there a moment ago.
I think the Guardian's awake.
Tetrametric pulses.
Same energy as the other Takan technology.
Most of the crystals appear dormant. What's different about this one?
Readings indicate there's a cavity in the rock right behind it.
We could try melting a hole through the wall with our phasers.
Worth a try.
I'm pretty sure I had to use the ship phaser to get through last time.
Whoa!
An illusion.
I'm sure that wall was as real as the rest of them. I felt it.
It's almost like our holodeck technology, but far more advanced.
The crystals must be absorbing the energy from our phasers.
I'm picking up something. A biosignature. It's faint, but it's there.
With me.
Okay, move on. This might be a long episode, this one.
Another dead end.
Or another illusion.
Illusion. For sure, illusion. Scan.
Crewman LaRue, if you would.
Or no, just not scan, just shoot randomly. Yeah, don't shoot randomly.
Duval to Resolute. Beam Crewman LaRue directly to medical.
That's why you don't shoot randomly. Not a
Is
red
he
shirt, but a
okay?
red shirt.
He'll live.
Not all crystals work the same, it seems.
That's why you need to scan
Don't
them.
fire your phasers at any crystals unless we're sure they're putting out the same pulses as before.
Commander, I may be able to speed up the process. I can now detect many different wavelengths of radiation simply by looking. The Takan radiation is unusual, so I can't quite clear it all up, but I was able to eliminate many of the non-tetrametric crystals. Your tricorder should warn you.
That's an enormous help. Thank you, Lieutenant.
It's my honor.
Well, that's what I said. Don't shoot randomly unless you know.
Tetrametric. Good sign.
Commander!
There's a bridge again.
Look at that.
Trust, but verify.
Indeed.
More dead
I wonder if
foliage.
this place was always so lifeless.
That was the one we shot. So now it's okay. Look at that nice chasm. It'd be a shame if we fell into it.
Data about what's below the surface on Delphi Ardu-4. And I don't feel a particularly strong urge to find out.
Good idea.
That makes two of us. More crystals. Need a way across.
Well, we have a way across. It's called the bridge. It's gone again. Where's everyone else? It's on the other side. This big one?
Good.
Another one down. Into the cave. Just me now. Keep losing people. Where are they going off to?
Tetrametric.
Wait, which one was it? Big one?
Better go see what's different.
Where the heck did I end up? Probably have to shoot the one down below. Well, I already hit that one. Far off peak. Oh wow, I would never have looked there. Good thing it told me where to look.
The way's clear. Good work, Commander.
We'll make sure it's safe.
I guess I'm making sure it's safe though. I know tricorder now. Just running. That's a big one. Hopefully we can figure out the secrets of their technology here.
Incredible.
If there's a place to do it, it's likely here.
Plants here are actually alive. Is this the biosignature you detected, Doctor?
No. Not a match.
Tetrametric.
Of course.
And it's creating an illusion as well.
Based on the data we have so far.
Only one thing left to do.
Doctor, be ready to beam us out if it turns out we're wrong.
Duval to Resolute. Lock transporter on away team.
3, 2, 1, zap!
Amazing.
Waking up the planet?
There's nothing like this in any Federation record.
Something's happening.
Plants.
They're gone. They were an illusion? I guess our Guardian's waking up. There he is.
Barbarians.
It's him.
How dare you disturb me? I'd hoped you had enough sense to leave of your own accord, but here you stand. Fools. In another time, I would have destroyed you and your ship simply for setting foot in this place. Fortunately for you, that time has passed.
Portal 6-3, Guardian of the Takan Empire. We've come a long way to meet you.
Guardian. I am guardian of nothing. The Takan no longer exist. Don't care to be reminded. If this is why you've come, then you should leave. Now.
They've returned.
I'll cut right to it. The Takan have returned.
Return?
So that's what a
People have come back?
So that's what a Takan's supposed to look like?
How can that be? I've been alone for so long. If it is true, how did they return?
Draconian technology made it possible. to enable the transfer of consciousness from one being to another after physical death. We call it bioforming. A group of Taconians calling themselves Scions of the Flame used it to reawaken after hundreds.
He did not like the look of that. He has a flame stuff.
Scions of the Flame.
Is something wrong?
They're extremists?
I'd hardly call them Takan.
Yeah,
They
makes
were
sense.
a radical faction with beliefs outside the mainstream. Beliefs that lesser life forms should serve as vessels to ensure Takan immortality.
That's what they did.
You want me to help you destroy them. That's why you've come. You want to destroy these scions.
Help us find them.
You don't have to do anything except help us find them. If that's all you want to do.
I don't believe that.
They have an incredibly powerful energy source they call the Cartabula.
These scions have the Cartabula.
And they've used it as a weapon against us.
I will speak with you alone.
Wow, okay. Nice power.
Where are we? Where's my team?
They're safe where we left them.
I have to get to him?
The scions have stolen the Cartabula is deeply concerning.
And they're going for the, what was this? Phasmagoria or something? Why? What's with the making me run across a bridge that's floating? This is cool, though. Gotta enjoy the view. This is a very cool environment. Like what you've done with the place. It's very sci-fi. And crystalline.
Your colleagues don't know what it means to be the last of one's kind. You and I are remnants of fallen civilizations. The Kobliad, the Takan. One dying, one dead. Our species could not be more different, but we both know the meaning of loss. The others wouldn't understand. It's beyond their ability to...
I'm not alone in the Federation.
But I'm not alone in the Federation. I'm a part of something larger. Just like your Takan Empire was.
We are not the same.
Okay, I'm not sure what the right answers are here, because I'm like supposed to be standing my ground, but also be rational. None of these are hitting me as either. They're very emotional choices, it seems.
Tell me, why spend your days away from your own people when so few of them are left? Why live your life working for this...
Okay, this is a logical question.
The do not even belong.
To prevent it from happening
And
to others.
submit yourself to their authority. It
They help the
makes no
Kobliad?
sense. Not by my logic.
The only reason any of my people are still alive, why I am still alive, is because the Federation helped us. We would have been extinct decades ago without the Duridium the Federation gave us.
True.
If anything, I owe them gratitude. You
You
told
like that.
Riker you
Okay,
wait
good.
until you were needed. You're needed now. We need you.
As much as it pains me to learn the Cartabula has fallen into the hands of the Scions, my services are not up for offer.
Not yet, anyway. We have to do more of your trials, of course. Well, at least I got one right so far. Just keep it up and... we should be fine, right? We're at the end? Final location? Seems like we got the flame.
To be chosen as a portal was to give one's entire self to the cause of protecting the Takan Empire. I left behind everything I know, and now you want me to turn against my own people.
They're not really your people.
Betrayal of my oath, and everything I vowed to
The
protect.
bioformed are imposters.
These aren't the Takan you knew. They're a facsimile. They're imposters. And they
Oh, he
tarnish
looked
the
at...
Takan name.
Yeah.
We faced these questions in my time as well. What you call bioforming, we thought of as a marginal science. But if these reborn Takan plan to restore the Empire, is that a disaster to be avoided? Taconian technology is so advanced, it could save millions of species currently on the brink of extinction, including your own. And at the price of a small few, think of how the many could benefit. Instead, it sounds as if you are reacting out of fear.
He doesn't like fear,
before
you know?
you have a full understanding
Logic.
of what's at stake. I don't think you've given this full consideration. You may have more to gain.
It disappeared for a reason.
The Takan Empire is gone. It had its opportunity and proved unable to survive. There must have been a reason the Takan
That's
had faded
logical.
to distant memory. It ran its course. And those of us who are here now deserve to choose our own fate.
I think he probably liked that.
You said the Takan vanished for a reason.
Yeah, what was the reason? We don't want.
I
We
cannot claim our empire was without sin. I'm curious to see these scions masquerading as true Takan. So I will go with you. And we shall find them.
There we go.
But when we do, I will judge them myself as a guardian of the Takan. To understand their true intentions. For
As is your right.
or worse.
It's certainly your right to make your own decisions. I won't tell you otherwise.
Very well. I'll return now.
Oh, I think that went pretty well. Oh, yes, he liked it. Okay, good.
Commander.
I'm happy about that. That makes a huge difference.
Hold your fire. I'm all right. He's coming with us.
We assumed the worst.
She's perfectly fine. Now then, shall we?
He's a lot more agreeable than the rest
All right.
of the people we came across.
We can beam up your... Do you have any equipment or...
Doesn't need them. He has a staff. Staff of immense power.
Whoa.
It could break and
This
change.
is all I need.
His glove. Gauntlet.
Away team +1. Ready to beam up.
Fancy. That was a really good ep. I like that one. Chapter, or whatever they call it. Calling it episodes because it's basically like a show. Like a very short show, each little... Overload incidents.
Whoa,
Okay, this is good.
That's interesting.
Redundancy.
Just like their hearts.
If one goes down in battle, we can still operate.
Makes this more difficult, though.
This ship can maintain warp with half the cores offline. We'll need to disable 3 of them.
Where are the engine schematics? Power flow routing charts.
We're soldiers, not engineers. I thought you would know what to do.
We have it handled.
We understand how to operate it under normal conditions.
You're in good hands. We can do this.
I trust that you can.
You at least know where we should start?
This way.
I do like their color schemes.
What are we dealing with?
Coolant regulator. Radiation resistant casing protecting the warp core matter, antimatter reaction chamber. Four warp cores powering the Zelda. Thermal output indicates each core alone could not sustain minimal warp, but harmonic infusion of at least 2 cores will produce an exponential increase in power.
Cores are running really hot. Makes sense, since they've been producing at max output since we left Hotari space.
No ship can run for very long like that. Not before a catastrophic failure hits.
It's right on the edge. We just need to figure out a way to give it a push.
Let that
Without killing
tell
ourselves.
us a few things.
I don't know why we just didn't start with the console, but okay. We didn't really learn anything except what it looks like. Wait. Is there loot over here or something to look at? Guess not.
Whatever we do, we need to make sure the Takan can't undo it.
So we need a way to permanently disable the reactors that won't destroy the ship and kill us all in the process.
Yeah, exactly.
You thinking what
They're
I'm
not
thinking?
killing us.
Warp core ejection.
That makes sense.
Question is, how do we make it happen?
Eject 3 of the cores or 2 of the cores? I guess 2 of the cores.
The reactor coolant system is operating at emergency containment levels.
It's just barely keeping the temperature in check.
Maybe we can use that. If it gets this high, their system considers a reactor breach imminent.
And maybe ejects it automatically.
Like we saw on the bridge, all 4 warp cores are operating at full capacity.
Safety protocols?
Safety protocols don't look much different from the Resolute. Breach protection. Reduce output, command override. Cease matter, antimatter flow, command override. Emergency warp core ejection. Computer control.
Even command functions can't override one of the most crucial safety measures.
So the protocol's still active. That's good. Looks like if sensors show a core is about to rupture, the computer will eject it automatically.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So we need
pretends.
to increase the warp core's temperatures.
Or yeah.
If we destroy the coolant regulators, there won't be anything to keep these reactors from going over.
And it will trigger the ejection. Let's peel these suckers open. I'll take that one.
I'll take the one next to it.
The second you two start dumping cores, the Takan will know.
Well, be ready. Set up a defense or something.
We'll be vulnerable. Stuck in one place while you
Start thinking about the escape, yeah.
We will have to make a stand.
Step ahead.
Start thinking about an escape plan. I have a feeling we're gonna need
Yeah,
one.
we're definitely gonna need one.
We'll barricade the door.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Work quickly.
We need a way out of here.
We might not have our tools, but our phasers can do this in a pinch.
Open the door. And zap. Simple as that.
We better get this right. If we foul it up and this whole thing goes boom. We don't know how much damage that Cartabula
Just gotta do the work.
if we accidentally crack it open.
Be positive.
The best way to make sure something goes wrong is to stress.
What? Yeah.
Keep your mind on the job.
Positive.
Be okay.
Positive thoughts.
Yeah, we will. It's not a Starfleet warp core, but the coolant regulator has to be in here somewhere.
Scan for it, maybe?
There you are.
That was a hard one.
Things up.
Right on the...
Warning. Warning. Warp core output at critical level. Ejecting core.
Beautiful. Nicely done.
Now they're definitely gonna know we're down here.
Warp core output at critical level. Ejecting core.
So half are down.
They're here. They're cutting through the door.
Where's the
We
barricade?
don't have much time.
Okay, same as before. We just gotta...
Oh, we gotta fight now, I think. Get down.
Go.
There's lots of them.
Finish.
Moving. I took out a lot of them. Hopefully you could actually take out some. It seems like I'm the only one that can take out enemies by shooting. I don't know what's with this. There we go, you got one. Good for you. Oh, they're aiming at us.
Hey! Would you mind not shooting at the matter-antimatter reactor?
I don't think they care, apparently. Oh, he got hit.
I'll cover you.
What? No!
Get the warp core done, or we're all dead.
Choke point over there. Another one hit. Ah, she gets hit again. Got it.
Warp core output at critical level. Ejecting.
You did it.
Warp drive disengaged.
You did it.
Well, at least we're dead in the water. In terms of we can't go to warp, so that's good. Nothing, unless they have spares. Let's hope they don't have spare warp cores.
I think so.
Ugh, they're all dying. They're all dying. Useless.
Itasca, can you climb?
Another leg, probably.
I'll see you on the parade grounds of Surella, my friend.
They're all just dying. There's so many of them. At least she's taking a few. There's the explosives. I didn't even use any of the explosives. Explosives. Yeah, there we go. Climb.
You want me?
Faster.
I'm right here.
Down to 3 of us again.
Not you too.
Calm yourself, child.
She's gonna get injected. She's got the Takan strength.
It will all be better soon.
Ouch. She knows our plan. Look at those eyes.
Wake up, Manka Umet. Return to us. Rejoin the flame.
To reclaim what was lost.
We don't need to watch this.
You need to get moving.
I do. I want to remember every moment when I make them pay. But this isn't the end. I will avenge Itasca. Swear to me, you will join me in this.
How about we try to
There's
save
still
her?
hope.
That's a dream.
We have a mission. We have a mission. There's still hope. There's still hope.
As long as she's alive and her memories are still in there, there's still hope.
Hope is what you turn to when you have nothing left you can do. And there's still something I can do for Itasca. And I shall.
Where's he going? Oh, he'd like that though. A stranger among us.
There's so much I want to ask you.
There's so little I can tell you. I'm a portal, not a scientist, but I'll certainly do my best. I can only assume this is one of your older starships. One would think, given the importance of your mission, they
A
might
research
send
ship,
a more
actually?
recent vintage. But apparently not.
The Resolute is primarily a research vessel, if that's what you mean. Not a warship.
Although she has been known to hold her own in a fight.
Against what?
Nothing, really. No, she's not. Has not really fought.
Something wrong?
Not at all. The galaxy has grown more diverse since the days of the Takan Empire.
Because you conquered everyone who didn't look like you.
To the contrary. Most lesser civilizations willingly join the Empire to enjoy the benefits of an advanced way of life. But that expansion came with its own set of problems, so I admire your ability to diversify without creating conflict. That was always our challenge.
It's our greatest strength.
And perhaps, ultimately, our downfall.
The Federation prides itself
Oh, so that's
on
how
its
they fell down.
inclusiveness. I'd say it's one of our greatest strengths.
As the Vulcans say, infinite diversity in infinite combinations.
Interesting. I'd be curious to meet one of these Vulcans.
Yeah, we have Vulcans.
If this is the best you have, then so be it. To locate this scion, Galvan, I'll need full access to your ship's systems.
Full access?
Huh. You must be out of your mind.
No, I'm right here, completely in my mind. Given this is merely a research ship, I won't be able to find him without it. Perhaps I should have made that clear up front.
I'll see what I can
I'll
do.
need to make certain modifications.
I can't promise anything, but let me see what I can do.
Just know, without it, I won't be able to help you.
And we need your help, obviously.
This isn't gonna fly.
I'll see you on the bridge. Captain Solano, I'd like to introduce you to Portal 6-3, Guardian of the Takan Empire.
Pleasure to meet you, Captain.
Likewise. I can't say I've ever met a portal before. There is no modern equivalent.
He's willing to help us.
Federation, at least.
He's been kind enough to agree to help us find Galvan.
I am at your service. To whatever extent I can be of help.
If nothing else, I'm sure you're happy for a change of scenery. You spent 600,000 years at your post. That certainly takes an uncommon level of dedication.
We all have our duty.
Of course. But I'm curious. You were stationed there in preparation for what, exactly?
Any and all threats to the Empire.
An empire that no longer exists. Which suggests you weren't very successful.
You said you needed my help. I didn't come here to be insulted. Perhaps that was a mistake. I'd be happy to return to Delphi Ardu at any time.
We do need your help.
And we do need your help. Absolutely. And we are grateful that you decided to come.
And your captain has an odd way of expressing his gratitude.
I'm merely curious where your allegiances might lie. Clearly it's with the Takan.
Yes, Captain. You have found me out and exposed my true loyalty to the Takan.
Okay, this is not getting anywhere.
To the Scions of the Flame, who do nothing more than tarnish us in name and reputation and don't deserve to be called Takan. That's why I'm here. And if you'd be so kind as to give me access to your ship's systems, we can get on with it. And you can stop wasting my time.
Access to our systems? That's completely out of the question. Tell me that's not what you promised. We're vulnerable enough as it is. And now we're supposed to give him access to everything?
It's our best shot.
Ridiculous.
Captain, I know it's a risk. But right now it's our best shot at finding Galvan and that ship.
Now I understand your reluctance. I never imagined offering to help would be met with such ignorance. Bordering on
No, it's
incompetence.
him giving the insults.
If you're not enjoying your visit to our ship, we'd be more than happy to let you wither away back on your pathetic little rock.
Oh, this is not going well.
You clearly do not appreciate the magnitude of the threat the Scions pose. So myopic is your focus on your own ego.
Yep.
I will not be leaving until they have been found.
Commander Rydek, a word.
And to think, I waited 600,000 years for this.
You realize that's supposed to be in an incredibly difficult position. I was against seeking him out from the start, but now, to give him access
He could
to our
access the systems if he wanted to.
It's insane. And you somehow expect me to believe his allegiance is with us? You heard what he said in there.
He's Takan,
No way we can
not a
trust him.
Scion.
I might otherwise agree, but you're missing the most important point. He's a Takan, and he may be loyal to the Takan, but not to the Scions of the Flame. He's against everything they believe in. You heard what he said.
There's too much at stake to be wrong on this.
Well, there's too much at
We
stake
sought
to
him
not
out
be
for a reason. To help him find our
right.
missing crew, Galvin, and those Elydian ships. This is the plan we agreed to with Ambassador Spock.
Which I never liked. But here we are. You know what this mission means to us. Not just for the Federation, but for me personally. I can't afford
This
another
is
screw-up.
clouding your judgments.
Losing the shield algorithms was bad enough. This
This is about more than just you. You need to stop bringing this up.
I'm sorry, Captain. You know I support you, but millions of lives and the future of the Federation are at stake here. Both of which are more important right now than your career.
In my career, and anyone's on the ship career.
It's both of ours.
Doesn't matter. It's still more important.
Then so be it.
I'm going to trust your instincts on this one. I just hope you're right. For both of our sakes.
I am right. You're wrong.
Let me know if you find anything.
At least he agreed.
We're good. You may begin.
I will, of course, have to make a few modifications.
What kind of modifications?
Takan modifications?
To find Taconian technology requires Taconian
Of course it does. We
If this
need to use
science
our weapons.
modified his ships, then I must do likewise to yours.
It's the only way to have a chance.
The galaxy is nearly infinite in size and complexity. This may take a moment.
How
I
long
found
will it
something.
take?
There we go. That didn't take very long.
There you are.
What is it? Galvin?
Someone is using Taconian technology. I can't get the precise bearings, but it's located in the Palisades cluster.
I'll let the captain know. Rydek to Solano. I think Portal may have located Galvin.
I'll be right there.
I'm getting all kinds of interference. Almost impossible to lock on the energy signature.
Where's he hiding?
In the Palisades cluster.
Interesting. Can you lock in on the location?
Not until you get me closer.
Lieutenant Handar, set a course for the Palisades cluster.
Aye, Captain.
Well, I suppose I owe you an apology.
Of course I was right. I'm always
After
right.
all, that's what I get for questioning the advice of my first officer.
Okay, your concerns were valid,
Always
but
have my back.
yeah, that's my job.
No apology necessary. Your concerns were valid.
Nonetheless, I should learn to trust your instincts, which were absolutely right. Nice work. Let me know if you find anything more.
Will do.
At least he seemed to come around a bit.
What's wrong?
I didn't want to say anything until I was certain. But the reason for the interference is simple. There's a Taconian device on this ship being used to block the signal.
Of course there is. That makes
Whoever
sense.
planted it was exceptionally clever. They knew how and where to hide it. But they have underestimated my abilities.
That's why you're the Guardian. You're one of the best.
Engineering.
Take care of the Taconian device, and I can find Galvan for you. It's designed to interfere with all transmissions.
Is there a
Or at
Taconian
least
on
delay
board?
and confuse the effort to find Galvan's ship.
Hold on. My understanding is that Takan technology requires a Takan to operate. Is there another Takan on this ship?
The Scions could have someone on the ship, doing everything they can to stop us from finding Galvan.
Don't worry, I'll get this fixed. We're going to find that
You
ship.
can't sense them, though. It's disconcerting, so...
Engineers would have found this device already if it wasn't well hidden. Better to rely on my tricorder. There's a lot of noise in here. I should scan the device putting out the most radiation to filter it out.
It's all four.
Most other radiation sources in here are well contained. There's definitely tetrametric radiation nearby.
I see the
Even
yellow.
with the gain boosted, it's getting drowned out by other sources of radiation in here.
Let's look around, I think. Something radiation over here.
A little bit of harmless radiation leakage here, but enough to mask the tetrametric pulses. Easy enough to cancel out. There's still something drowning out the tetrametric radiation. I need to find it so I could filter it out as well.
Can I go down the stairs? Apparently not yet. Something over here. What's this?
Jeffrey's tubes thump harmonics from all over the ship. I'll filter that out. There we go. I'm getting a clear tetrametric signal now.
Where is it? Over there, okay. I see. There it is.
Found it.
Crystals.
Excuse me. Do you belong
Oh,
here?
you're the Takan.
Commander
Yes, you
Ryder?
are.
I'm sorry. I didn't know it was you.
Can I scan him?
Oh.
Yeah, Calloway is not to be
Yes.
trusted.
You know, it means
Didn't
a
you
lot
get
that
didn't you get
remember.
taken over?
What are you doing back here?
Pretty sure he got taken over.
I don't mean to pry, but first officers don't
I was
usually
looking
go
for
digging
you.
around engineering compartments.
I was looking for you.
Under the console?
Dropped my tricorder. But I do need your help. Have you seen anyone else in here recently that might seem
like that?
out of the ordinary? Maybe someone who doesn't work in engineering.
Not that I can think of, but I can ask around. I'm here almost all the time, but maybe someone else noticed something?
Be discreet.
That would be great. Just be discreet about it. I don't want anyone to be alarmed.
Discretion is my specialty.
Maybe it's not him.
Oh, I'll
I
leave
thought
it
he was
alone.
one of the people that got grabbed in the beginning, in the raid.
Oh, come to think of it, that Hotari woman was down here earlier with Dr. Duvall finishing the last of the bioscans.
Tylus?
That would be out of the ordinary, right?
Thank you.
Tylus, I don't think is one of them though.
Maybe Tylus saw something.
Nobody else to check on at the moment?
Tylus, can I speak to you for a moment?
Of course. Is something wrong?
There's something happening. I may need your help. This is important.
How can I help?
When you were in engineering with Dr. Duvall, did you notice anything out of the ordinary? Or anyone?
Not particularly. Why?
I found this, hidden in a compartment down there.
That's Taconian technology. Does that mean there's a Scion on board? But Dr. Duval bioscanned everyone. Every deck, every crew member. I've seen the
Someone
logs.
evaded detection.
She couldn't have been more thorough.
Someone evaded detection
Unless
and
she
planted
was
that device.
the one that did it.
Which would mean they've been with us this whole time. Watching, listening.
All the more reason why we have to find them.
It could be anyone.
That includes both of us.
You want me to get scanned? Better to know for sure, right?
Yes,
I'll
let's
admit,
scan
I was
everyone.
one of Scions as much as anybody.
I would feel more comfortable if you did.
I understand.
You should scan me too, to be sure.
Clear.
Now it's your turn.
Yep.
Sure.
Clear.
Don't sound so surprised.
You spend plenty of time with the Scions as well. You never know.
Yeah, you never know. It takes one
Let's
little
get to
jab
it.
is all it takes.
The search starts in engineering. Whoever planted the device most likely did it within the last few hours. So I'll start by running a scan, tracking everyone who came through engineering over the last day, in reverse order.
This could take forever to sort through the number of people that were in engineering.
Non-engineering personnel?
Filtering for outliers. People who don't work in engineering.
Could have been
that
somebody
helps.
that was in engineering, though. Duplicates?
I'll filter out the duplicates.
I guess I need to do all of them, I guess.
Now this is manageable.
Hatari delegation?
Cross-referencing this list with everyone who's traveled to Hotari. Let's see who's left.
Solano?
No. This can't be right.
What?
Of the people
we were
that
with
went
them,
to Hotari
didn't we?
and visited engineering, it could only have been Captain Solano.
According to this, he was here while you went down to Delphi Ardu 4.
He could have got stabbed by...
Which would have been the perfect opportunity.
The
And no one
Khan would
questioned.
want him.
He's the captain.
He fits the profile for the kind of people the Takan want to bioform. People with authority that can lead to them gaining more control.
Like Galvin? The Queen?
The captain of a Federation starship.
That's why he didn't want to
What
send
happened
the,
when Dr.
the
Duval bioscanned
codes.
Captain Solano?
That's just it. She never did.
How is that possible?
Something more urgent would always come up. There was nothing she could do. But performing a bioscan is the only way to be absolutely sure.
That's not going to be easy. First thing I need to do is get this device to Portal.
Be careful. And good luck.
I'll need it. I've found the device.
Interference is gone. I have located Galvin's ship more precisely. He's in the Usonia system.
Are we going to deal with the captain?
So then it worked.
Kind of first.
This whole region was one of the most sacred for the ancient Takan. What many consider the birthplace of our civilization. See these comets and planetoids in the outer orbits? Based on their current trajectory, that's Galvin's destination. And legend tells us it's the location of what was once our largest arsenal.
So they ended up where they wanted to go?
We needed it in the late stages of the Empire. But it was there.
What kind of weapons?
Caution nonetheless.
What kind of weapons are in this arsenal?
It's difficult to know what would have survived from the time of the Empire. But be assured that the damage they have done so far by altering your current technology will be minuscule compared to proper Taconian firepower. If Galvin and the other Scions secure the arsenal, they will become extremely dangerous. My people had such power at the height of the Empire. The Takan were as gods, keeping absolute control over countless worlds. I must speak with them directly. However, the presence of this device is worrying. It's highly likely it was placed here by a Scion, hidden among your crew, and it is unlikely this interference device was the Scion Saboteur's only trap. If we reach Galvin and the Saboteur cripples your ship, we will be at their mercy. Even my powers will not be able to protect us. Do you know who it is? They may well do more damage if left
I think
alone.
it's Solano.
Time is not on your side.
I'm fairly convinced they bioformed Captain Solano.
That would make sense.
I knew there was a reason I didn't
Yep.
like him. That explains it.
Mm-hmm.
Bioforming was so rare in the time of the Empire that I am not able to detect if it has taken place. Proof of your claim is something you will have to produce yourself.
Then we have to bioscan him. I'll talk to Dr. Duvall.
She was waiting to do it,
That's quite the claim.
but she wanted to bio...
Told me you were worried about him. But I never imagined this was what was wrong.
I wouldn't be asking you if there was any other possibility.
That would explain why Solano has been too busy for a bioscan lately.
As the ship's doctor, you have the authority to declare him unfit to serve.
If you're right, this is the worst case scenario. Challenging your own captain is a tall order.
Yeah, but he deserves it at this point. He was trying to keep the shield thing away.
If you fail,
Absolutely.
that's it. The end of your career. Maybe your life.
I am. I have to be.
Good. You know what this is going to take.
She's in, Nick. She liked
can't
it.
pull this off with just the two of us. I technically have the authority to make Solano undergo a scan, but in reality, he can and will refuse to do it. We need at least another member of the senior staff to support your claim, or this could all blow up in our faces.
Well, I have a lot of people on my side, I think.
Long and hard about who you can trust.
Most of them are on my side. The blood of battle. Okay, this is a good place to end, potentially.
Down to one reactor. I thought we'd be stopped dead. At least stuck at impulse power.
The Takan enhancements must be able to brute force limited bursts of warp output.
Yeah, but they won't get to wherever they were headed at this rate. They're just limping along now.
Yeah, maybe they're already there, though.
So where does that put us?
Maybe I can answer that.
Yeah, I think this is a good time to end, actually. I should be able to complete it next time. Okay, so he was outraged. Of course he was, because he knew what it would find them. Persuaded by convincing... So he's actually not negative towards us. Reassured, yeah. Yeah, that hasn't changed. Yeah, that hasn't changed. That hasn't changed. So we need to get Ermot. Ermot's not on our side, I don't think. But, I mean, Spock should be on our side. She's on our side, probably. Yeah, I'm not sure about Westbrook. I wouldn't say that. Ermot. Yeah, I don't think so either. But we have Derval, so we just need one more. Chovak is not important enough, I guess. He's not a senior person. Calloway, I thought was... Yeah, I guess Calloway wasn't. I thought Calloway was grabbed earlier on. I don't think these have changed. Yeah. Thankful for Carter's leadership. Nice. She didn't update by anything. Okay, we're looking pretty good. I don't know what these modes are. Just... But that's going to be it for me, so have a good night, good day, whatever it's for you, and thanks for watching. And tomorrow will be the finale of this. Looking forward to it.